Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to Roberto Hernandez Stadium. I'm Marcus Johnson, thanking you for joining us for another episode of USC Aiken baseball as the Pacers get set to take on the Georgia Southwestern Hurricanes, a conference matchup to say for both of these squads. Makes sense, obviously. Pacers looking to have Mitch Spence get the start today. Spence, 6 games started in 6 appearances, has a 3-2 overall record. ERA of 3.74 on the season. Rest of the Pacer defense is as follows. The catcher today is Luke Leisenring. Forgive me. Over at first base, Alex Mills. The second baseman, Phil Watcher. Over at shortstop, Trey Paluski. And at third base, finishing off the infield, is Chandler Rogers. The outfield, Sean McQuillan in center field. The right fielder, Jackson Hannon. And over in left field is Blake Jenkins. And the rest of the pitching stat line on Mitch Spence, he's gone 33 2/3 innings, allowed 33 hits and 19 runs, only 14 of those earned. Opponent's batting .244 on him, and he has 30 strikeouts on the season so far. Now Spence almost done with his warm-up tosses. We'll get to the action very soon. Leading things off for Georgia Southwestern is the second baseman, Jason Beta. Fortunately for USC Aiken and Georgia Southwestern, the weather has held off at this point. A little bit of rain earlier today during warm-ups, but it passed very quickly. And the clouds seem to be clearing up, so we should have a full game unless something drastic happens. But Beta is ready, and Spence is ready. We'll get to it in just a moment. And here comes the first pitch from Spence. It's a fastball high and inside for ball one. We are underway. Here comes the 1-0. And that one is grounded slowly. Spence comes over and grabs it. Mills gets over to the bag in time to make the play for the first out. Tyler Skelton, the third baseman, now up to bat. Taking a little bit of time before he steps into the box. Now he's ready. Pitch on its way. That's a good fastball down the middle for strike one. The 0-1. Fouled off. Strike two. Spence seems to have slowed up his delivery. Taking a lot more time. Much more thought out. It may just be a slight difference to some, but in terms of baseball, that slight difference can be a world of difference. Ball in the dirt, 1-2. Now the question is going to be, how's his delivery going to affect base running? Going that slow could mean giving any runners on base good opportunity to steal. The 1-2. Tries a little curveball there. Fouled off. Count stays frozen at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Again, the 1-2 tails off outside. 2-2. And the 2-2 pitch. Grounded to second, gobbled up, and tossed to first for the second out. That'll bring up Jonathan Martin, the right fielder for the Hurricanes. First pitch, down the middle for a strike, 0-1. The 0-1 is in the dirt at his feet. Evens things up at 1 ball and 1 strike. And the 1-1. Misses inside, 2-1. And the 2-1 pitch. Chopper. Fair. First base side. Mills has it. Takes it himself for the third and final out. A 1-2-3 inning as we move on from the top of the first to the bottom of the first. Pacers coming to bat. And welcome to the bottom of the first inning, folks. Pacers and Hurricanes scoreless as the Pacers get their first at-bat. Sean McClellan will lead things off, batting .292 on the year. McClellan with 11 RBIs, no home runs yet, as he gets set to face off against Tucker Smith, the starting pitcher for the Hurricanes. First pitch is in there for a call strike right on the outside corner. The 0-1 laced on out to second, and that one will be caught by Beta for the first out.
The shortstop, number 4, Trey Paluski.
Brings Trey Paluski up to bat. Again, the shortstop today. They've shifted him over there in the last few games. Paluski with a .348 batting average. 2 home runs, 12 RBIs on the year. Pitch looked good, but it just missed a little high, just above the letters, 1-0. Paluski slashes that one high into the air. Foul territory. That one will end up in the near the Pacer bullpen for strike 1. The 1-1 on its way, and Paluski fouling that one off, 1-2. Sent on out into right field. Martin going back for it, and he'll make the catch for the second out. So 2 away quickly here in the bottom of the first inning. That brings up Luke Leisenring. Leisenring batting .323 on the season. Has 2 home runs and 8 RBIs. First pitch to Leisenring. He goes after it, and he'll pop it up out into left field. Holcomb is there and makes the catch for the third and final out. A 1-2-3 inning. Pacers go down quickly and in order. And we move on to the top of the second. Still no score. And we're back with the top of the second inning. Hunter Foster, the center fielder for the Hurricanes, will lead it off. No score yet between these two teams after both went down in order in the first inning. Goes after the first pitch, grounds it foul for strike 1. The 0-1 on its way. Curveball just misses. 1-1. The 1-1 goes with a fastball. That goes up the middle. Backhanded by Watcher. However, he's just going to eat it as he has no play. That'll be an infield single for Foster. And he's the first base runner of the day.
Designated hitter number 2, Andy Moore.
Bring up the DH, Andy Moore. Runner on first and nobody out. Send it out into center field. That's going to drop in for a base hit in front of McQuillan. Very shallow center field. McQuillan had to come all the way in. That's back-to-back singles. Moore's aboard. Runners on first and second now for the Hurricanes.
Shortstop number 7, Matthew Mamatas.
Matthew Mamatas up to bat, the shortstop. Showing bunt, Mamatas. Trying to move the runners into scoring, both runners into scoring position. First pitch tails low and away for ball 1 as he pulls it back. Again, Mamatas showing bunt. And he just catches a piece of that one for a foul ball to even the count at 1-1. And Spence steps off the rubber, sending the runners back to their bags. He knows they're going on contact with Mamatas showing bunt. Here's the 1-1, high and inside. It's trying to brush him off the plate. Ball gets away from Leisenring, and I was going to say the runners advanced, but they said that went right off of his bat. A lucky break for the Pacers and for Spence as he gets a strikeout of the brushback pitch. 1-2 the count now. Runners staying at first and second. And the 1-2. Curveball misses high. Count evens up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Paluski hovering close by the bag at second. Big gap there between short and third. And that one's grounded to third. Rogers has it, fires to second for 1. The throw to first is in time for the double play. Big double play there. From third to second to first. Your 5-4-3 double play, and now it's 2 outs with a runner on third.
Left fielder number 25, Bo Halcomb.
As Bo Halcomb, the left fielder, comes to bat. So Hunter Foster advanced to third on the play. Now Pace is 1 out away from getting out of what could have been a sticky situation. First pitch misses low for ball 1. Shows bunt, and he offered at it for a strike, 1-1. And the 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss, 1-2. Good fastball from Spence inside corner. Spence shaking off the signs, doesn't like what he sees. Now he's ready. 1-2 on its way. Gets the outside corner for a call, strike 3. Spence puts the first 2 on, but a 5-4-3 double play and a backwards K gets him out of the top of the second with no damage. Bottom of the second coming up. Pacers up to bat. And we're back with the bottom of the second inning about to get started up. Connor Durden, the DH for USC Aiken, will lead it off, batting .289 on the year. 5 home runs so far, 22 RBIs. Durden digging in to face Smith. And Smith deals the first pitch, upper outside corner for a call strike. The 0-1 goes with an off-speed pitch, misses outside. 1-1. Misses outside again. 2 balls, 1 strike to Durden. High and outside for a ball, 3-1. Pitching him off the plate, hoping he'll chase. Durden, again, has a very dangerous bat. All-conference preseason selection. And as he goes after one inside, fouls it off. High and away for ball 4. Durden with the walk to start off the second. Brings Alex Mills to the plate. Mills batting .256 on the year. 5 home runs as well for Mills and 15 RBIs. Runner on first base for Mills. Nobody out here in the second inning. This is with their first base runner of the day. Swing and a miss, chasing a fastball high and away. 0-1. Phil Watcher on deck for USC Aiken. 0-1 from Smith. Tries to get some movement on it. Ended up just staying put outside corner, or just missing the outside corner. 1 ball and 1 strike to Alex Mills. Another high fastball. Mills chases it and misses. 1-2. One-two on its way to Mills. Another high fastball. He pops that one up just past second base, where it will be caught by Beta for the first out. And that will bring up Phil Watcher. Watcher batting .288 on the year. No home runs, 7 RBIs. It was a good on-base percentage, .392 on-base percentage. If I remember correctly, picked up from last year. Had a really good on-base percentage, one of the best on the team, if not the best, come year's end. And the first pitch to Watcher misses outside for ball 1. The 1-0. Outside corner fastball, 1-1. The 1-1 pitch, a chopper to first. Grabbed by Huff, he fires to second for 1. The throw to first is just in time for the double play. Very close play at first base, however the umpire calls him out, and that will do it. A 3-6-3 double play will close out the bottom of the second inning. We're moving on to the third inning. No score yet. She didn't look good at the start of the first, but she settled down, I guess. Yeah, I did the opening PAs and made sure Allie and Emily were good to go. And we're back with the top of the third inning of USC Aiken Baseball, presented by Tyler's Tire and Auto Center and Aiken Flooring. You can stand on us. Proud sponsors of USC Aiken Athletics and USC Aiken Baseball. Top of the third getting underway. No score yet between either team. Bradley Huff, the first baseman, will lead it off for the Hurricanes. He faces off against Mitch Spence. Goes after the first pitch, a chopper to short. Paluski has it, fires to first, and gets it there for the first out. And I can finally take a breath. I don't think I paused at all during all of that. And a correction at home, it was a 3-6-1 double play that ended the first inning, in case you're keeping score at home. Something I do up here in the press box. Keeps me busy. Jacob Harrell, the catcher, up to bat, the number 9 man in the order. 1 out, nobody on. Shows bunt. Pulls it back as the pitch goes right down the middle for strike 1. Pulls a little speed off of that one, but it missed high, 1-1. Not a lot of movement on that pitch either. It's kind of hung there. Fastball again, fouled off, 1-2. The 1-2 on its way. Curveball misses high. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Counts evened up. And the 2-2 fouled off. Count stays right where it is at 2-2. In other USC Aiken sports action, Columbus State and USC Aiken softball are tied at 0 in the top of the 6th inning with 2 outs. Real pitcher's duel out there as Hannah Price has only given up 2 hits. And her counterpart on the mound for Columbus State has given up 0 hits. So keep an eye on that game. In between innings here at baseball, obviously don't want you changing away from the old Burt here. Count stays at 2-2 as the last pitch was fouled off by Harrell. Fastball fouled off again. Good at bat from the Hurricane catcher. Down the middle fastball, called strike 3. Harrell down looking for the 2nd out. Brings us to the top of the order.
Second baseman number 13, Jason Beta.
Jason Beta up to bat. 0 for 1, grounded out to the mound his first time up. Fouled off, 0-1. One on its way. Good curveball. Great movement there as it came back into the zone. No balls and 2 strikes. Couldn't even pick that one up out of the hand. And the 0-2, high and away. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The 1-2 pitch from Spence is another curveball that catches the outside corner for a call, strike 3. A 1-2-3 inning in the top of the third. Bottom of the third coming up. Still no score. And welcome back to the bottom of the third inning. Pacers coming to bat with Blake Jenkins leading things off for USC Aiken. Goes after the first pitch and misses, strike 1. Fouls it off, 0-2 to Jenkins. Jenkins batting .288 on the season. 3 home runs, 16 RBIs. Misses high there, trying to get him to chase with a strikeout pitch, 1-2. Fouled off. Jenkins just staying alive. The 1-2 curveball high into the air. Right field, Martin near the warning track, and he'll make the catch for the first out.
Third baseman number 2, Chandler Rogers.
So Chandler Rogers up to bat. Rogers with a .309 average on the season. No homers, 15 RBIs. On base percentage of .407. And he pops up the first pitch behind the plate. Harrell going back for it along the screen, and it's going to go off the roof of the stadium for strike 1. The 0-1 misses low. 1-1. Another fly ball, this time in shallow right field. Martin's coming in, and he's got a read on it and makes the catch for the second out. Brings Jackson Hannon up to bat, the number 9 hitter for the Pacers. Batting .213 on the season, 1 home run, 9 RBIs. First pitch fouled off for strike one. Misses high. Ball one. And Smith deals. A chopper up the middle, and that's going to get through for a base hit. First hit of the day for the Pacers. Comes with 2 outs in the bottom of the third, and we go with the top of the order, and Sean McQuillan, who popped out to second his first time up. First pitch to McQuillan is inside for ball one. The 1-0 falls into the strike zone, 1-1. Goes with an off-speed pitch, that also finding the strike zone. 1 ball, 2 strikes to the Pacers center fielder. Runner goes, pitches high and away. The throw down to second is in time. And Jackson Hannon caught stealing to close out the bottom of the third inning. It's another 1-2-3 inning. We're moving on to the fourth. Still no score. And we move to the top of the fourth inning. Tyler Skelton will lead it off for Georgia Southwestern, as there is still no score between the Hurricanes and the Pacers. And Spence sets to deal the first pitch of the inning. And he goes with a fastball right down the middle for strike one. Skelton 0 for 1. He grounded out his first time up. And the 0-1 pitch. Another fastball low and inside. 1-1. The 1-1 is grounded to first. Mills has it, and he's going to take it himself for the first out.
Right fielder number 20, Jonathan Martin.
That brings up Jonathan Martin, who grounded out to first his last time up. 0 for 1 today. Shows bunt, pulls it back as the pitch is low for ball 1. The 1-0 again shows bunt. This one is in there for a call strike, 1-1. Baser infield playing back, not really playing for the bunt. Although Rogers a little closer than normal, playing off the line. Misses low with that slider, 2-1. Swing and a miss. Blew a fastball by him on the inside half. Count evens up again at 2-2. And a moment here as Martin steps out of the box. Digs back in, waits the 2-2. A chopper slowly to second. Watcher has it, fires to first, but it's not going to be in time. He had to wait for that ball to come down. And Martin using some speed to get to first base for the infield single.
Center fielder number 15, Hunter Foster.
Brings up Hunter Foster. Singled his first time up, 1 for 1 today. First pitch is fouled off into the Pacer dugout for strike 1. And check throw to first, not in time. Martin dives back safely. Runner takes off, pitches in there for a strike. The throw to second is not in time. Wrong side of the bag. So a stolen base for Martin. One and one count evened up to Hunter Foster. The 1-1 from Spence misses outside of the slider. 2-1. The 2-1. Swing and a miss. Fastball down the middle. Count evened up at 2-2. Low and away, ball 3, count is full to Foster. And the 3-2 pitch. Another ground ball slowly to second. Watcher has it. Throws it to Mills at the bag for the second out. Martin advances to third on the play. And that brings up the DH, Andy Moore, who singled his first time up. Chance to give the Hurricanes the lead here in the top of the 4th inning. And the first pitch in there for a call strike. 0-1. The 0-1. Misses low and inside. They're going to check to see if he went. Field ump says he did not. 1-1. Curveball misses outside. 2-1. Sent on out into center field. McQuillan having to come in for it. He dives, and he's unable to make the catch. That'll be an RBI single for Andy Moore, and the Hurricanes take a 1-0 lead here in the 4th. Good effort there from McQuillan. He had to come in from deep center field, and he almost had it. Hit his glove. Was unable to make the highlight reel catch, and the Hurricanes come away with a 1-0 lead. And Matthew Mamadas up to bat, grounded into a double play his first time up. Runner on first base with 2 outs here in the 4th. First pitch, fastball, ties him up inside for strike 1. Fastball away, swung after it, 0-2. The 0-2. Fastball inside, just missing 1-2. tails out of the zone on that one. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Mamadas. Swing and a miss. That will do it. Mamadas down on strikes, but Andy Moore drives in a run to give the Hurricanes a 1-0 lead, moving on to the bottom of the 4th inning with the Pacers coming to bat. And we are back with the bottom of the 4th inning. About to get underway. Sean McQuillan will lead it off as he had his at-bat interrupted when Jackson Hannum was thrown out, trying to steal second. Again, McQuillan 0 for 1. He popped out his first time up. First pitch from Smith is a off-speed pitch that gets into the strike zone, 0-1. Another off-speeder. Falls into the strike zone again for the same result, 0-2. Again goes with a curveball. That one is skied foul and well out of play. Almost all the way to the street circling the Convocation Center. Just missing with that one. 1-2 the count to McQuillan. Fouled off and out of play again. Count stays frozen at 1-2. Grounded foul one more time. McQuillan battling to stay in there. Tried to check his swing. Did he? They'll say he did over at the first base side. And the count evens up at 2 balls and 2 strikes to the Pacers center fielder. Popped it up around second base. Mamadas is there, and he makes the catch for the first out. Trey Paluski up to bat now. Paluski 0 for 1, flew out to right field his first time up. Nobody on and 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th inning as the Pacers trail the Hurricanes 1-0. First pitch to Paluski from Smith is a curveball. Lines that into center field, and that's going to drop in for a base hit.
The catcher, number 16.
Well, he went after the first pitch, and he gets himself his first hit of the day. And it brings up Luke Leisenring. Leisenring 0 for 1. He flew out to left field his first time up. Runner on first base and 1 out. Ball's in the dirt, and it actually nicked him right off the foot, so Leisenring aboard on a hit by pitch. Pacers might have something going on here in the 4th inning as Connor Durden steps to the plate. Durden walked his first time up and then was part of a 3-6-1 double play. Durden digs in, runners on first and second, 1 out. Smith deals, first pitch inside corner for strike 1. The 0-1 misses low, 1-1. And it looks like we have an update from J.H. Satcher Field across the way. In softball, Darby DeMarcet wins the Battle of the Pitchers as she no-hits USC Aiken with a 1-0 victory in Game 1 of the doubleheader. High and away for a ball, 2-1 to Connor Durden. Call of time here from Durden, just before the 2-1 can come in. Bit of an earlier call of time in the last game. Umpires were waiting until the pitcher was basically in their windup before giving the batters time. You can imagine it was very frustrating for both teams. Here's a chopper, high chopper to second. Flip to the bag, and that will retire Durden. However, both Paluski and Leisenring advance 1 bag. So runners on second and third for USC Aiken with 2 outs. That brings Alex Mills up to the plate. Mills popped out to second his first time up, but he's a chance here to tie the game up or possibly take the lead as both runners are in scoring position. Swing and a miss from Mills on the first pitch, strike 1. Mills calls time, takes a couple more practice swings. Oh, 1. Mills popped it up. First base side of the infield, and the first baseman, Huff, will make the catch to get out of trouble. Pacers leave 2 stranded. We're moving on to the 5th inning. USC Aiken trailing Georgia Southwestern 1-0. And we move on to the top of the 5th inning. Pacers and Hurricanes here in Game 1 of a 3-game set for the weekend. Hurricanes leading the Pacers 1-0 as Spence gets set to face off against Bo Halcomb. He goes after that first pitch and fouls it off for strike 1. Not a lot of patience at the plate between either team. A lot of guys going after the first pitch, trying to make something happen, and, you know, why not? First pitch a lot of times is going to be a good pitch, one of the best pitches you're going to see. That and the 3-0 pitch. Pitch just catches the outside corner for a strike, 0-2. Oh-2 on its way, fouled off. We'll do it over. Popped it up. Left side, Paluski looks like he's got it. And he does as he makes the catch for the first out. Well, that will bring up...
Number 10, Bradley Huff.
I'll bring up Bradley Huff. Huff, the first baseman, grounded out to short his first time up. And he goes after the first pitch. Chopper to second. Watcher has it. Fires to first and gets it there for the second out.
Catcher number 24, Jacob Harrell.
Jacob Harrell up to bat now. Struck out looking his first time up. 0 for 1 today. Goes with a curveball on the first pitch and gets it into the zone for strike 1, 0-1. In there for a call strike, 0-2. And a reminder that at 12 o'clock on Saturday, March the 16th, the USC Aiken Pacers will take on Lenore Ryan University in round 1 of the NCAA tournament up at Queens. Pacers ranked 3rd in the region as they look to chase after a chance to go to the Elite 8. Remember, that is Saturday, March the 16th at 12 p.m. in Charlotte, North Carolina at Queens. Queens Royals hosting that the tournament this year, or the Southeast Regional, I should say. 1-2 the count to Harrell. And that ball bounces a good 5 feet in front of home plate into the opposing batter's box. The opposite batter's box, 2-2. Spence deals the 2-2, and he gets him to swing and miss on a fastball off the edge of the plate. And it's a 1-2-3 inning as Harrell strikes out. We're moving on to the bottom of the 5th inning. Still 1-0 Hurricanes. And we welcome you to the bottom of the 5th inning of USC Aiken Baseball, presented by Hudson Etheridge Companies and Auto Owners Insurance. For all of your life, home, car, and business insurance needs, count on Hudson Etheridge Companies and Auto Owners Insurance. I'm Marcus Johnson. Thank you for joining us on this. Well, it's turned into quite a lovely Friday evening. Phil Watcher, leading things off in the inning, takes a first pitch strike to start off the at-bat. Grounded into, well, my tongue is getting tied. Grounded into a double play back in the second inning, his first time up, 0 for 1 today. And the count moves to 0-2 as that pitch goes in there right off the outside corner. Ball in the dirt. Watcher laid off. They'll have the appeal down to first and say he did not go, so it counts 1-2. And just going to change out the balls here. Smith didn't like the one he had. Here's a chopper right off the infield, the dirt in front of home plate. The throw to first is going to be just a bit late. Watcher beats it out with an infield single. That's the thing about the dirt in front of home plate. It is like solid concrete. That ball bounces off of it. It's going to go high into the air. And anybody with speed, especially somebody like Watcher, is going to have a really good chance of getting an infield single. So Blake Jenkins up to bat. Flew out his first time up. Shows bunt, bunts it down the first base side. Nobody covering the bag. It's bobbled, and he will beat out any play. And they're going to rule that one a hit. It would have been tough even if he did get there, as nobody was covering the bag in time. So back-to-back singles, and both of them didn't even leave the infield dirt. Give the Pacers runners on first and second with nobody out for Chandler Rogers, who is 0 for 1 today. Playing a little small ball here at the Burt. Rogers shows bunt. He bunts it back to the mound. Throw to first is not in time as it is bounced in the dirt. Everybody is safe. Rule that one an E1 on your scorebooks as Rogers reaches and the Pacers have the bases loaded and nobody out. And that's going to draw a visit to the mound, and quite understandable. Smith, who's been throwing an excellent game so far, finds himself in his first real jam. 2 infield hits and then E1. Give the Pacers bases loaded and nobody out for Jackson Hannon, who is 1 for 1 today. He singled. He was the first hit the Pacers got back in the 3rd inning. And he's got a chance to blow this game wide open, or at the very least tie it up with the bases loaded and nobody out. The meeting concludes, and we will get right back to baseball. There's no action going on in the Hurricane bullpen right now. They're going to let Smith work his way out of trouble as best he can. First pitch is low and away and in the dirt for ball 1, 1-0. The 1-0 on its way. High and inside fastball, 2-0. The 2-0. High fly ball, shallow left field. This one will not advance the runners as it is caught by the shortstop, Mamadas, for the first out. Big break there for the Hurricanes. No runners move up, no run score, and the conventional double play could get them out of the inning. As Sean McQuillan comes up to bat, he is 0 for 2 with 2 pop-ups, 1 to second and 1 to short. And he hopes not to repeat that. McQuillan lays down a bunt. Suicide squeeze. The flip to the plate is in time. And now there are 2 outs. Bases still loaded as McQuillan reaches on the fielder's choice. 1-3 in your scorebooks as Watcher is thrown out at the plate. Well, Trey Paluski comes to bat. 1 for 2 with a single today. An interesting call there, going for the suicide squeeze. First pitch to Paluski. Slider just catches the outside edge for strike 1. Slider and cutter are 2 different pitches. Baseball knowledge for the day. Fly ball, left field. Halcomb is there, and he makes the catch for the third and final out. With the Pacers loaded the bases with no outs, and then they go down 1-2-3. And we move on to the top of the 6th. Still 1-0 Georgia Southwestern. And we're in the top of the 6th inning. Pacers trailing the Hurricanes 1-0. Jason Beta, the leadoff man, will lead off the inning as he's 0 for 2 today. Mitch Spence still working out there, pitching a pretty good game despite being down 1-0. And the first pitch is grounded foul for strike 1. High and away fastball, misses, 1-1. curveball, misses high. 2 balls and 1 strike. The 2-1 pitch. Popped it up behind the plate, and it'll end up out of play for strike 2. Fastball low and inside, misses. And the count is full to Jason Beta. And they're saying it hit him. And Kenny Thomas is going to come out and have a word with the home plate umpire. But instead of a full count, it's going to be a fresh count with a new batter as Beta is hit by the pitch.
Third baseman, Tyler Skelton.
They'll bring up Tyler Skelton now, 0 for 2. Runner on first with nobody out here in the 6th. Check throw to first base, not in time. Bunted, but foul. 0-1. Another check throw to first base, and not in time. Imagine we'll see a few of those. As it seems to be the case every time a pitcher doesn't like the fact that a guy got a board, doesn't agree with the fact that a guy got a board, he'll throw a few check throws over as another throw goes over. Skelton showing bunt still. Pitch comes in, ball gets away from Leisenring. And heading on over to second base without any challenge is Beta. Call that one a wild pitch. So a count of even at 1-1 to Skelton. Runner on second now with nobody out. Bunted foul, and the count 1-2. Low and away for a ball, 2 balls, 2 strikes to the Hurricane third baseman. Swing and a miss. Skelton down on strikes for the first out. 6th strikeout of the night for Mitch Spence. That brings up Jonathan Martin. 1 for 2 with a single, a stolen base, and a run scored. The only run of the game so far. Runner still on second base, so a runner in scoring position. And Spence will just step off the mound for a moment to send Beta back to the bag. First pitch missing, low and away, ball 1. The 1-0. Misses low, 2-0. The 2-0 pitch, grounded foul, strike 1. Misses low, 3 balls, 1 strike to Martin. Ground ball to second. Watcher has it. Gets it over to first in time for the second out. Beta advances to third on the play.
Center fielder number 15, Hunter Foster.
Hunter Foster up to bat now. 1 for 2 with a single. Back in the second inning. First pitch missing to Foster for ball 1, 1-0. In there for a strike, 1-1. And the 1-1 misses high and inside, 2-1. Two one on its way. Swing and a miss. Counts evened up at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. Runner on third here in the top of the 6th inning. Hurricanes leading USC Aiken 1-0. Fouled off. We'll do it over again. And Spence deals. Swing and a miss. Spence strikes out Foster to end the top of the 6th. We're moving on to the bottom half. Pacers coming up, trailing 1-0. And the bottom of the 6th inning getting underway of USC Aiken baseball presented by the South Carolina Education Lottery. When you play the South Carolina Education Lottery, you're not only taking a chance, but giving a chance. Pacers trailing the Hurricanes 1-0 as the 6th gets underway. Luke Leisenring up to bat. He's 0 for 1, was hit by a pitch in his last plate appearance, and he crushes that one to deep right field. You can kiss that one goodbye because it is gone. A solo home run for Luke Leisenring, and just like that, the Pacers have tied this one up at 1. Well, how do you answer the base, leaving the bases loaded last inning? How about a leadoff first pitch home run from your catcher? Luke Leisenring going deep to tie this one up, and that will bring up Connor Durden to try to follow suit. Durden 0 for 1. He walked in the 2nd and grounded out in the 4th. First pitch to Durden misses for ball 1. Durden just catches a piece of that one, evens the count at 1-1. High and away for a ball, 2-1. Swing and a miss. Hard cut from Durden, just missed it, 2-2. Swing and a miss. Durden chases one out of the zone for the strikeout and the first out.
First baseman number 32, Alex Mills.
Alex Mills up to bat now. He is 0 for 2. He's popped out both times. Once to first, the other time to second. One out and nobody on. Bottom of the 6th inning. First pitch, curveball, falls into the lower part of the strike zone. 0-1. Swing and a miss. 0-2. Low and away. Mills doesn't chase after it. 1-2. Fouls it off out of play. Freezes the count at 1 ball and 2 strikes. And a swing and a miss from Alex Mills. He goes down on strikes for the second out. Back-to-back strikeouts. Brings up Phil Watcher. Watcher is 1 for 2 with a single. He singled in the last inning, part of that bases loaded situation the Pacers had. First pitch misses outside for ball 1. In there for a call strike. 1-1. Oh, the crowd better watch out. I wish we could show you, but a bird has decided to make its home on one of the speakers here in the stadium. I hope he doesn't stick around for too long. In there for a call strike, 1-2. I'd move the camera up to show everybody, but that would require us resetting it, and that can be quite troublesome. Grounded foul. Count stays at 1-2. Just misses there. Count evens up at 2-2. Watcher playing a dangerous game by letting that go. At least from this angle. 2-2 pitch. Hit out into right field, and sliding and making the catch is Martin. That was a beautiful catch. Beautiful defensive play from Martin to end the inning. But Luke Leisenring on the first pitch of the inning crushes a home run to right field to tie this one up at 1 as we move on to the top of the 7th. And we are in the top of the 7th inning. Andy Moore will lead it off the DH. He is 2 for 2 with a pair of singles, one of which was an RBI single. Mitch Spence back out there looking to complete a 7th inning of work. However, the Pacers do have somebody up and throwing in the bullpen, or about to start throwing. John Yarborough is throwing out there. First pitch lined up the middle, just narrowly avoiding Mitch Spence's head. Close call, to say the least, but the only thing that hurts is that he let up a base hit.
Shortstop number 7, Matthew Mamadas.
Mamadas will come up to bat now, 0 for 2 with a strikeout and grounded into a double play. It looks like we have a pinch runner here for the Hurricanes. As we get an announcement on who it is, I'll let you know.
We have a pinch runner for Georgia Southwestern.
And even our PA announcer, Joe Kucharski, can't tell who it is, so we'll have to wait a little bit longer to tell you who. But at bat right now is Matthew Mamadas, the shortstop, and a check throw. And see number 8, Cole Clark, is your pinch runner for the Hurricanes. Runner goes. Hit and run is on. It's grounded, and that's going to be stopped by Paluski. Fires it to second, and they get him wandering off the bag. Great defensive stop by the shortstop Paluski, who had to come all the way back from trying to cover second base. Not the way you normally see a fielder's choice, but, well, they're going to score that a hit. I mean, not a fielder's choice, but anyway, great play by Trey Paluski to get the first out. Score that one a 6-4 in your scorebooks as Mamadas reaches on an infield single. Coming up to bat, Bo Holcomb. Holcomb is 0 for 2 with a strikeout.
The left fielder, Bo Holcomb.
A runner on first with 1 out here in the top of the 7th. Guess I understand why Trey Paluski was moved from third to short. It's because of plays like that. And Spence's first pitch bounces in the dirt for ball 1. Spence checks the runner at first. Mamadas back safely. Another check throw. And again, Mamadas safe. Right down the middle for a strike, 1-1. And another check throw. Ball gets away from Mills, and Mamadas will head on over to second base. Not sure if that was a bad throw or just a bad catching attempt from Mills. Either way, runner on second with 1 out now. In there for a call strike, just catches the inside half, 1-2. The 1-2. Fouled off. Count stays right where it is, and we'll do it over. And again, the 1-2. Up the middle, over the head of Spence. Going to be a tough play. Watcher has it, gets it to first. Not in time. Go ahead and credit that one as an infield single to Bo Halcomb. Another jam here the Pacers find themselves in. That's going to draw a visit to the mound. We're going to take a very short break. Be right back. And the meeting's over with. We're back to baseball. Bradley Huff, the batter, 0 for 2 on the day. And he lays down a bunt. Spence throws it home. The tag is applied in time. Heads up play by Mitch Spence and a great tag by Luke Leisering to get the out. And I think they're going to contest. Leisering was maybe blocking the plate. As things stand, the call stands. It's 2 outs, runners on first and second. Credit that one a fielder's choice and a 1-2 in your scorebooks. I'm only saying that to remind myself to do that. Again, unless you're following along at home.
Catcher number 24, Jacob Harrell.
Jacob Harrell up to bat, 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. Runners on first and second for the Hurricanes. We're all tied up at 1 here in the top of the 7th inning. Spence will step off the mound to send the runners back. First pitch just catches the outside edge for a strike, 0-1. The 0-1 bounces in the dirt. Leisering keeps it in front of him, though. That'll hold the runners. Counts even at 1-1. 1-1 again, low. Lizaring keeping it there. 2-1. Popped it up. Right side foul territory. And that's going to end up out of play. Evens the count up, though, at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on. Top of the 7th inning of a 1-1 ball game. Mitch Spence trying to complete his 7th full inning in the start today. The 2-2 to Harrell. High fly ball. Left field. Long run for Jenkins, but he gets over and makes the catch for the 3rd and final out. We're moving on to the 7th inning stretch, all tied up at 1. And we're fresh out of the 7th inning stretch. Pacers and Hurricanes tied at 1 in Game 1 of this 3-game weekend series. Blake Jenkins to lead off the 7th for the Pacers. 1 for 2 today with a single in his last at-bat. And the first pitch is in there for a call strike, 0-1. Grounded to short. The throw to first is in time. Jenkins retired as the first out.
The third baseman, Chandler Rogers.
Brings up Chandler Rogers. Rogers 0 for 2 today. He reached on an error in his last at-bat. 1 out and nobody on here in the bottom of the 7th inning. First pitch missing for ball 1, 1-0. The 1-0. Down the middle for a strike, 1-1. The 1-1. Curveball misses outside, 2-1. skied into shallow left field. And that will be caught by the shortstop, Mumatas, for the second out.
The right fielder, number 10, Jackson Hannon.
After the fly out to Mumatas, we'll see Jackson Hannon come up to bat. He is 1 for 2 with a single and a fly out. Goes after the first pitch and just catches a piece of it for strike 1. Swing and a miss. Fastball high, 0-2. The 0-2. Just misses outside with a curveball. He thought he had strike 3. Umpire says different, 1-2. Top of the order due up for the Pacers with Sean McQuillan. And we will see them in the next inning as Hannon swings and misses for the strikeout. A 1-2-3 inning in the bottom of the 7th. Top of the 8th coming up. We're all tied up 1-1. We're back to action here in the top of the 8th inning. The top of the order for the Hurricanes will start things off with Jason Beta. Beta's 0 for 2. He was hit by a pitch in his last at-bat, or his last plate appearance. Mitch Spence back out there, throwing his 110th pitch of the night, and it's a good pitch for a strike, lower inside corner. I imagine he's going to be on a batter-by-batter basis. They have Hunter Schuff up throwing in the bullpen. John Yarborough's already warmed up. We'll see which one they turn to if necessary. Low and inside, and that's going to catch a piece of his foot. And a free pass for Beta, his second hit by pitch tonight.
Third baseman, Tyler Skelton.
Tyler Skelton up to bat. Skelton 0 for 3 with a strikeout in his last at-bat. Check throw to first, not in time. We see Skelton setting up for the bunt. Be surprised if he goes high and inside. Nope, he goes outside with it. 1-0. Here's the 1-0. Missed the bunt. 1-1. Just went with straight heat. Another check throw from Spence. They're just trying to keep Beta close. And the 1-1. Throw down to second is not in time. Goes into center field. McQuillan picks it up, and, well, there's going to be no play as nobody was covering the bag. Beta was wandering in between second and third in no man's land. Count is 1-2 on Skelton. Runner on second with nobody out. We'll see if he, we'll see if he tries to bunt again, but with 2 strikes. Very dangerous approach. And a call of time here from Skelton. Trying to play some mind games now. Get into Spence's head. Swing and a miss. Got him to chase one just off the plate. Skelton down on strikes for the first out.
Right fielder number 20, Jonathan Martin.
Big strikeout there for Spence. Jonathan Martin coming up to the plate. Martin is 1 for 3 with an RBI single, or not an RBI single, with a single and a run scored. And they are going to intentionally walk him to try to set up the double play force out. And now runners on first and second for Hunter Foster, who is 1 for 3 with a single of his own. He did strike out in his last at-bat. So Foster digs in. Runners on first and second with 1 out. Infield playing at double play depth. First pitch in there for a call strike. Spence steps off the mound, and he almost had a play at second. But Beta hustled back to the bag in time. Now, word of warning to everybody, Trey Paluski will find a way to get you out if you give him the opportunity. The 0-1. That's going to be lined over the head of Watcher and into right field for a base hit. They're waving the runner around. Throw comes into second, and there will be no play. It's an RBI single for Hunter Foster, and the Hurricanes have taken a 2-1 lead here in the 8th. So Beta scores. Martin advances to third on the play. And we'll see Andy Moore, the DH, come up, and Kenny Thomas is going to come out to make a pitching change. Heck of a game for Mitch Spence, and it's unfortunate that he's in line for the loss in this game. He certainly does not deserve it the way he pitched. But we're going to have a new pitcher. We'll be right back after a short break. Yeah, they got some guys just kind of throwing around. I don't know if they're warming up. I think they're position players. I mean, why wouldn't you be out in the bullpen? Oh, yeah, maybe they just don't want to be out in the bullpen. And we're back. Hunter Schuff has come out of the Pacer bullpen to relieve Mitch Spence. Runners on the corners with one out. Numbers on Schuff, 2.89 ERA, 9 appearances on the season, has 2 saves, 9 1/3 innings pitched, 4 hits, 3 runs, all 3 of them earned, 11 strikeouts, and opponents batting .133, and they need him to keep that low, to keep this game from getting, to keep Georgia Southwestern from scoring anymore. First pitch is in there for a call strike on Cole Clark, who came in to pinch run for Andy Moore. Clark, the DH. Shows bunt, and the ball gets all the way to the backstop. And coming home to score is Jonathan Martin on the wild pitch from Hunter Schuff. Advancing to second is Foster. Count evens up at 1-1 to Clark. The 1-1, high and away for a ball, 2-1. That misses high, and Clark thought it was ball 4. It's only ball 3, so 3-1. Runner takes off, pitches high and away. The throw down to third is not in time. Stolen base for Foster as he steals third. And that'll be a walk to Cole Clark to put runners back on the corners for the Hurricanes. Matthew Mamatis up to bat. 1 for 3 today. Singled in his last at bat. And we'll have a check throw over to first from Schuff. Not in time. Clark makes it back. Runner takes off. Ground ball to third, and that's going to get through all the way into left field. Coming home to score is Foster. Advancing to third on the play was Clark. It is an RBI single for Mamatis, and Georgia Southwestern now leads it 4-1. And Bo Halcomb up to bat now. Runners again on the corners for the Hurricanes with still only 1 out. Reached on a fielder's choices last time up, 0 for 3 on the day. And Schuff just throwing over to first to keep him close. High and inside for a ball, 1-0. And Kenny Thomas is going to come out of the bullpen, and he's going to make a pitching change in the middle of the at-bat. Hunter Schuff's night is done. We'll be back with another brand new pitcher in just a bit. Henry Cartret has come out of the Pacer bullpen to relieve Hunter Schuff. Cartret coming in with the exact same scenario. Runners on the corners with one out that Schuff came in with. Bo Halcomb, the batter. He has a 1-0 count from Schuff, as Cartret will finish off the at-bat. High and away, ball one. Or ball two. Brand new pitcher, not a brand new batter. I just got through saying that. Malcolm just calling time here. Cartret taking a little too long. Goes with a slider and gets it in there, 2-1. Two-one misses low and away. 3 balls and 1 strike to Bo Halcomb. And the 3-1 pitch, fouled off, full count. And the 3-2 is in there for a call strike 3. Halcomb down looking for the second out.
The first baseman, number 10, Bradley Huff.
I'll bring up Bradley Huff. Huff 0 for 3. He reached on a fielder's choice. First pitch, upper part of the zone for strike 1. Meisling directing traffic. Just before we can get the 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, 0-2. The 0-2 on its way, and it's another swing and a miss. Chase one up and out of the zone. Cartret comes in and strikes out both of his batters as we move on to the bottom of the 8th. Pacers trailing now 4-1. And we're in the bottom of the 8th inning. Pacers now down 4-1 after the Hurricanes score 3 in the top half of this inning. Top of the order up for the Pacers, though, was Sean McQuillan. 0 for 3, reached on a fielder's choice his last time up. McQuillan digs in. First pitch inside for ball 1. Tucker Smith is still out there looking to complete his 8th inning of work, and not a whole lot of urgency out there in the Hurricane bullpen. Pitch outside corner for a strike, 1-1. They do have some guys out there warming up, though. I think they're going to see if Smith can take this one the distance. In there for a call strike right on the outside corner. 1-2. Grounds that one to third. Grabbed by Skelton. Long throw to first, but he gets it there in time for the first out. Trey Paluski up to bat, and he's 1 for 3 on the day with a single. And the first pitch to Paluski is high and inside for ball 1. The 1-0 missing low, 2-0. Right down the middle for a strike, 2-1. Another chopper, third base side, foul. The 2-2. Tried to check his swing. Did he? He'll say he did. And the count full to the Pacer shortstop. The 3-2 pitch. Low and away, ball 4. Paluski with the 1-out walk here in the 8th. Luke Leisenring up to bat now. He is 1 for 2 today. He's been hit by a pitch and hit a bomb out to right field in his last at-bat. Runner on first for the Pacer catcher. First pitch in there for a call strike. Misses outside, same pitch, different spot, 1-1. And Leisenring gets a hold of that one, sends it out into deep right center field, and that one is gone. his second home run of the night, and that's a 2-run shot for Luke Leisenring, and the Pacers have pulled within 1 here in the 8th.
The designated hitter, Connor Durden.
Luke Leisenring showing some offensive skill today, as he has gone deep twice and has been responsible for all 3 runs for the Pacers. And before Connor Durden can step into the batter's box, we're going to have a meeting on the mound for the Hurricanes. And we'll give you another update in the doubleheader, the nightcap of softball across the street at J.H. Satcher Field. Columbus State leads USC Aiken 5-0 in the top of the 4th inning. And the meeting is over with. We're still going to have Smith out there on the mound for the Hurricanes. Is still not a whole lot of urgency out there in the bullpen for Georgia Southwestern. Well, the last time they went out to talk to him, he really settled down. Got the next 3 batters out. Now he's got Connor Durden to face, and the first pitch misses for ball 1. And Durden fouls off the curveball. 1-1. High and away for a ball, 2-1. Durden's 0 for 2 today. He walked his first time up, grounded to second, and struck out in his last at-bat. Misses outside, 3 balls and 1 strike to the Pacer DH. Low and inside, ball 4, and Durden with a 1-out walk of his own to bring up Alex Mills.
First baseman number 32, Alex Mills.
Mills 0 for 3 today, struck out in his last at-bat. Runner on first base with 1 out for the Pacers here in the bottom of the 8th, down by 1. But they're only down by 1 thanks to Luke Leisenring. And before we can even get a pitch, Mills calls time. First pitch finds the strike zone, 0-1. The 0-1 just catches a bit of the plate as it tailed out, 0-2. Grounded right back to the mound. Nice snag there. Throw to second for 1. The throw to first is not in time. Mills is able to beat out the double play to keep the inning going. Good reaction time from Smith, though, to get the runner at second. Philip Watcher will be due up as soon as Georgia Southwestern is done making their case to the umpires. Watcher 1 for 3 today with a single.
The second baseman, number 1, Phil Watcher.
A runner still on first for the Pacers. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th inning as they trail by 1, 4-3. High and away for ball 1 to Watcher. Swing and a miss. Chased one high. 1-1. The 1-1 misses high. Watcher laid off of it this time, 2-1. Here's the 2-1 pitch. High and away, ball 3. 3-1. Lined foul out of play. And that'll work the count full to Watcher. Three balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner on first for the Pacers as they trail the Hurricanes of Georgia Southwestern 4-3 here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Smith deals, and a swing and a miss. Watcher chased one down low, and he's down on strikes for the 3rd and final out. Luke Leisnering, though, providing the offense for the Pacers as he crushes his 2nd home run of the night, a 2-run shot into right center field. We're moving on to the top of the 9th. Pacers still down by 1. And we are back here in the top of the 9th inning. Hurricanes of Georgia Southwestern leading USC Aiken 4-3. Carteret back out there for the Pacers. He'll face the catcher, Jacob Harrell. Harrell 0 for 3 today with a pair of strikeouts. One swinging, one looking. First pitch from Carteret is fouled off out of play for strike one. Pitch misses inside, 1-1. And Carteret deals high and outside, 2-1. The 2-1 again, swing and a miss. Blew a fastball right by him, 2-2. The 2-2. High and inside, full count. And the 3-2 pitch. Fouled off will do it over. And again, the 3-2 is again fouled off. Once again, the 3-2 pitch. This one is in the field of play, high in the sky to right field. Hannon is there and makes the catch for the first out. Brings us to the top of the order. Jason Beta up to bat. 0 for 2. Grounded out to the mound, struck out, and has been hit by a pitch twice, and on one of those he came around to score. And the first pitch is a swing and a miss, strike one. The 0-1. Curveball falls into the zone, 0-2. High and away for a ball, 1-2. Foul tip into the glove of Leisenring for the strikeout and the second out of the inning.
Bases number 1, Tyler Skelton.
Tyler Skelton coming up to bat now, 0 for 4, and he struck out in his last 2 at-bats. 2 outs and nobody on here in the top of the 9th inning. Hurricanes with a 1-run lead on the Pacers that Henry Cartwright is trying to keep from getting any larger. First pitch in there for strike 1 on the slider. Goes again, trying to get him inside, but it missed low. 1-1. High and away for a ball, 2-1. In there for a call strike, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the top of the 9th inning. Tyler Skelton versus Henry Cartwright. Swing and a miss. Got him to chase a fastball high for the strikeout and the final out. A 1-2-3, top of the 9th. Pacers trailing by 1, looking to come up in the bottom of the 9th to walk it off. Jenkins, Rogers, and Hannon. 2 for 9 on the day between them. Yep. 1 on and then crack 1. He's got to be over 100 by now. Yep. Harrison Timberlake. And the bottom of the 9th about to get underway. Last chance for the Pacers as they trail the Hurricanes 4-3. Leading off for USC Aiken will be Blake Jenkins, who is 1 for 3 on the day with a single. New pitcher on the mound, Harrison Timberlake, comes in for Tucker Smith, who went 8 innings allowing just 3 runs on 6 hits, looking to get the save. Ace is trying to play spoiler here. And Jenkins goes after the first pitch, a high fastball, strike 1. The 0-1, low and away, 1-1. The 1-1 pitch took something off of it, and Jenkins held off, 2-1. The 2-1 pitch fouled straight back, evens the count up at 2-2. Two, chopper foul. The 2-2 on its way. Ball's in the dirt, full count to Jenkins. And the 3-2. Here's another chopper to third. Skelton has it, throws it to first, and gets it there for the first out. Chandler Rogers up to bat now 0 for 3, but he reached on an error back in the 5th.
Number 2, Chandler Rogers.
First pitch, low and away, ball 1. Popped it up. First base side, and that one will be caught in fair territory by Huff for the second out.
Right fielder number 10, Jackson Hannon.
Well, here's Jackson Hannon, the last hope for the Pacers. He is 1 for 3 today with a single. Struck out in his last at-bat. And the first pitch misses low. 1-0. One 0 is in the dirt. 2-0. The 2-0. Outside corner for a strike, 2-1. Misses high, 3 balls, 1 strike to Hannon. Lined into left field. That's going to be a base hit. That one could be extra bases as it goes to the corner. Hannon hustling for second, and he will make it in there. A 2-out double here in the 9th, and Pacers are not done yet. Brady O'Neill is going to come up to pinch hit for Sean McQuillan. Anybody remembers last year, his very first game in his very first at-bat, he cracked a home run to walk it off for the Pacers. And we'll see if that magic is still with him here with a runner on second and 2 outs here in the 9th. And I'm getting a call time here. And it looks like the Hurricanes are going to have a meeting on the mound. Just going to go over a few things as there's nobody out there to replace Timberlake. Pacers will be back in action tomorrow for Game 2 of this 3-game series against the Georgia Southwestern Hurricanes at 2 o'clock p.m. will be first pitch. And then the series finale will be at 1 o'clock on March the 17th, the Sunday. And then next weekend, the Pacers will be off for a little while, and then in a little over a week, they'll be back in action against the UNC Pembroke Braves for a 3-game set. That series starts March the 29th and goes on to the 31st. Be sure to come on out to Roberto Hernandez for all those games if you're able. But Brady O'Neill is ready. The meeting is over with. Runner on second with 2 outs. Pacers trailing by 1. He represents the winning run, the tying run aboard. First pitch to O'Neill is low for ball 1. The 1-0. Outside corner for a strike, 1-1. In there for a call strike. O'Neill wanted to go, but then held back. It was right there. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Pacers down to their final strike. And the 1-2 pitch. Fastball misses high, 2-2. And the 2-2 pitch, low and away for a ball, full count. O'Neill managed to hold off on it. He wanted to pull the trigger. The 3-2. Swing and a miss. O'Neal down on strikes for the third and final out. And that will do it here from Roberto Hernandez Stadium. Pacers drop game 1 to the Hurricanes by a score of 4-3. And again, they will be back in action tomorrow at 2 p.m. against these Hurricanes, and the series finale on the 17th, Sunday, at 1 p.m. But until then, I am Marcus Johnson. Thank you for joining us, and have a good one.